Man, I'm noticing a lot of people telling me to apologize for this, apologize for that. I've had people making videos telling me that I should end myself, and stuff like that because, oh my god, I can't believe you support the Trump administration even though his name is mentioned in the Epstein files. Well, I have a rule. We do not apologize to people that worship Satan. That's my stance. That's my stance. Either knowingly or unknowingly worship the guy. I personally don't believe in apologizing to that. That's just my stance, kind of. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I thought it's important to note because I was literally called out by one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, which we'll maybe get into a little bit later. Trump was totally vindicated on the Epstein stuff so far. He was mentioned 38,000 times because it was all these Democrats in a cesspool throwing stuff at each other, trying to find a way to incriminate and stop him from becoming president. They all hated him. They all worked together to prevent him from becoming president. He was hyper vindicated, and you guys are coping like crazy. All right, you want me to apologize? For what?
For what?
For what? Oh my god. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. First, Trump made some statements that are unbelievable, and this is the best thing ever. We have a president that's quoting crime statistics, and if that's not the most unbelievable thing ever, I don't know what is. All right, we have a lot to do, by the way, today. Insane video. We got people getting arrested. Trump is releasing new websites that are absolutely hilarious, and I was referenced on Fox News, so we have a lot to talk about.
You know, 2% of the population produces 90% of the violent crime.
That's right. That's right. That's right, Mr. President.
And
we got
Washington now is a
crime
very safe
statistics.
place. I get it all the time. I go into the White House and people that work in the White House come up, sir.
Oh, I love it.
I want to thank you so much.
Love it.
Young woman, man. They say, I walked to work. I couldn't have walked to work. I wouldn't have even thought to walk to work before.
That's right. Absolutely.
They walk to work. The place is booming. Restaurants are opening up. The restaurants were almost going to be all closed. They would have been all closed. You couldn't even go. Even if you got there, the restaurant would be robbed with people sitting there.
That's right.
Hold up your hands, everybody.
That's exactly right.
Give us your money. And then they'd whack people with the butt.
Yeah, it would be a youth. Probably a straight white male.
Washington,
you know how it is.
A very safe city.
That's right.
We have almost no crime.
All you have to do is arrest the criminals, and all of a sudden the crime decreases. Now, here's a stat that your liberal friend doesn't want you to know. They'll tell you that Donald Trump was mentioned 38,000 times in the Epstein files because they were trying their absolute best to prevent him from becoming president of the United States. However, no one wants to talk about a different number. The fact that homicides in the United States decreased by 20% over the last year because arresting criminals actually helps. In fact, thousands have been arrested in Minneapolis already, by the way. I'm sure you didn't know that because they're making believe that their ICE protests are working, but that is happening. And I am very, very excited to show you everything because the Democrats are trying new strategies to get at Trump because turns out the Epstein files ended up vindicating him instead of making him look like a monster. It's truly a nightmare for these guys. Like, you gotta feel bad for them. There they are, worshiping Satan, eating babies, sometimes raping them maybe, and then they're trying to make Trump look like a bad guy, and it's really difficult. Like, I gotta say, I am sorry. I'm sorry that they have to go through all that. Like, there they are, trying to win elections, and they're cannibals. It's not easy. It's not easy. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. But first, we have to show you this Donald Trump moment. This little Trump edit went super viral yesterday. It got hundreds of thousands of likes on all platforms.
At the source of this theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of filed and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind?
Is that supposed to be a bad thing?
Yes. That's right, Mr. President. That is right, Mr. President. Hell yeah, dude. Based. Anyway, dude's been unbelievable. He has been a whole tear. Dude, pedophiles hate this guy. It's like he is the pedophile Batman. And by that, I mean he's like the Batman that stops. That's what I'm trying to say, because the left, I'm going to make this very clear. The left is the pedophile party. They're the ones that are implicated in the Epstein files. They're the ones that are bringing rapists and pedophiles across the border. Never forget, the left is the pedophile party. And, you know, they keep trying to flip it because they're all projecting. And I'm going to show you their entire new campaign to try to discredit Trump, and it's amazing. So, anyway, this is Trump going after the pedophile caucus.
No matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman.
Oh, terrible news. Terrible news for the pedophiles. Terrible news. This is horrible.
Not gonna be a woman.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. Yeah, so bro is literally the arch nemesis of pedophiles. It's crazy how that happens. I don't know how this happened. So anywho, I have to show you this because this is one of the funniest developments of all time. Now, everyone's trying to talk about Epstein because the reality is people love Trump. The average human being that, you know, feels like it's safe outside now loves Trump. All right? Whatever's going on the internet, you have people freaking out. You have your leftist Karen women on TikTok that don't know anything about reality, that are having multiple crash outs per day. All right? You have to understand what's going on here. Right? So the GOP that view Vance favorably has risen from 81 to 84%. This is CNN news statistics.
We spoke about MAGA, right? We spoke about JD Vance. But what about the idea, essentially, not just that Republicans like or love Donald Trump, but believe he has been a good influence on the party? And here it is. Just look at this. Say Trump's had a good effect on the GOP among Republicans. When he left after term number 1, it was 71%. Just before he was running for that second term, right, it was 62%. Now it's again 71% of Republicans who say that Donald Trump has had a good effect on the Republican Party. I know that there are a lot of people out there, especially on the left, who say, oh my God, we just want to grasp that one little thing that, you know, oh, there's weakness in Donald Trump's grip on the GOP, weakness in MAGA's grip on the GOP. It just simply put isn't there even after this whole stuff that's been going on in Minnesota, which obviously hasn't necessarily been popular with the general electorate, but among Republicans, they liked Donald Trump, they like MAGA, they like JD Vance, and they believe that Donald Trump's had a good effect on the GOP as much as it has ever been.
It's as strong as it's ever been, not with independents.
And, you know, not with independents, though, but not with the leftists hate him. Yeah, we know. That's why we like him. Anyone that worships Satan, in my opinion, if they don't like Donald Trump, that is an endorsement. All right. So barely awake co-star over here has to do her absolute best. All right, she's sweating like Kamala Harris trying to make a joke. Sweating like Candace Owens trying to read, bro. It's sweating like Keir Starmer when he's importing rapists. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is they're all so mad. They're so mad. They're trying their best. And the reason why, the reality is, the people like Trump is because there's one fundamental thing that Trump wanted to promise, and that was being tough on crime. Law and order, basic justice. And the funny thing is, it's working. So DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, lost a website. Wow.dhs.gov. I love how they title shit. I'm not gonna lie. So WOW stands for worst of the worst. Right? So wow.dhs.gov. All right, and of course they release a whole slew of predators and pedophiles that they've arrested. Once again, never forget pedophile party. All right, the left is defending these guys. The left defends William Barragan, a criminal illegal alien from Ecuador convicted of criminal sexual act in the Bronx. All right, the left is defending Diego Carranza Analco, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico convicted of money laundering in Texas. The left is defending Miguel Angel Velazquez Martinez, criminal illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of aggravated trafficking and meth, cocaine, possession of controlled substances. The left is defending Pedro Zayas Rodriguez, a criminal illegal alien from Cuba, convicted of dangerous drug possession, robbery with intent to kill. The left is defending Yukai Kang, a criminal illegal alien from China, convicted of attempted first-degree murder. All right? That is exactly what's going on. All right? Never forget, this is the people they're defending. All right? You could call me racist. You can't call me wrong. Now, these were people that were all arrested yesterday because they've been posting this every day. In fact, if you go to wow.dhs.gov, it's the greatest website I've ever seen. It's literally the greatest website of all time. All right, so it's not this one. It's this one. Homeland Security arrested worst of the worst. An official website of the government of the United States of America. And you scroll, and it's beautiful. Somalia. Convicted of criminal sexual conduct, 4th degree, of a victim of 13 to 15 years old. Arrested, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Name, Sahal Osman Shidain. Convicted, assault, aggravated assault, non-family weapon, aggravated assault, weapon, threat, terroristic state offenses. Arrested, St. Paul, Minnesota. Name, Mang Vang, from Laos. El Salvador. Name, Mexico. It's a website of all the rapists. It's a website. It's the greatest website of all time. It's actually incredible. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people per page And there are 2,085 pages. All right, get your liberal friend to read 2,085 pages of 10 pedophiles per page of people deported. This is This is who Renee Good died for. All right, Renee Good tried to run over an ICE officer to defend these freaks. All right, from across the world, Sierra Leone, who committed homicide. All right, these guys. All right, this guy, Pedro Ornelas, convicted of rape. Okay, all right, quite literally, 12 per page, 2,085 pages. 12 times 2,085. Quick maths. That is 25,020 illegal alien murderers and pedophiles that got deported. No shit, the country's safer. All right? So anyone that wants to cry about, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. We have retards committing suicide by cop. Think of all the people murdered and raped by these guys that are gone now. All right? Now, the funniest thing is, this has racism abilities as well. You could specifically look up their countries of origin as well. Like, you could specifically look up Somalis that are rapists. You could look up Mexicans that are rapists. It's incredible. It's all of my racist dreams coming true. It's amazing. And before someone says, why are we, this is the greatest thing ever. Nothing's happening. A lot is happening. Is enough happening? No. I want mass deportations to the point that we are loading illegal aliens on trebuchets with parachutes and launching them into Mexico. That's what I want. All right, what if they're not from Mexico? All right, you don't understand my stance on things. Every country below the United States is a Mexico. So we just launch them in that direction, and we'll figure it out from there. I don't know. Let God sort them out is what I'm trying to say. Why parachutes? Because we want them to survive in Mexico. That's what we want to do, obviously. Yeah, in fact, this is a stance of mine that I've had for a very long time, actually. Muchachos, I've captured an El Presidente from one of the Mexicos. Every country below the United States is a Mexico. We've taken the Mexico El Presidente, and we will be taking more Mexican El Presidentes coming soon. Exactly. It's important to know, especially because I was sort of referenced on Fox News. Trump cuts U.S. aid to 3 Mexican countries. And everyone on the left is freaking out. What do you mean 3 Mexican countries? Because every country below the United States is a Mexico. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to load them all on Air Force One, and we are going to ship them to one of the Mexicos. Get out of here. So yeah, so it's stuff like this that makes the American people happy that Donald Trump is president of the United States. This is the reason why people are happy that Donald Trump is president of the United States. In fact, there's another insane thing that's going on. Now, they released another website, and these websites are insane, all right? And every leftoid is killing themselves over this. They released the TrumpRx.gov website, where you could find the world's lowest prices on prescription drugs. Basically, what Trump said is, we're the best country in the world, so you're going to give us the best price on drugs of any country on the planet. And if you disagree, we're going to tariff you into oblivion. This is something that was announced, and it's literally not even in the leftist media. Like, for example, you type in Ozempic. I'm doing this because I'm sure that most leftists that watch this are going to be fat. So you type in Ozempic. The Ozempic pen, you can buy it at 66 to 81% off. All right, this original price, all right, the original price is $1,027. There's $828 of savings. You could buy it from the Trump website for $200. All right, just to understand what we're dealing with here. And they have this for every single medication on the planet. Every medication has this, okay? Everything on the planet has this right now. Medication is expensive as shit. It really is. And you can get anything for crazy discounts now because we have the Donald Trump world's favored nation policy. And this is why people like President Trump. All right. Now, there's something that you have to know, and I think it's important. There were 2 DPS officers that were shot about an hour ago. It's an unbelievable tragedy, obviously. And it's honestly because we are constantly vilifying these people. We're vilifying these people because the media is vilifying these people. And every single one of these people is worth 1 million Renee Goods. They're worth 1 million Alex Preddies, whatever the fuck his name is. All right, these retards that commit suicide by cop because they're desperately trying to protect the pedophiles. All right, I do not give a shit about them compared to people that are doing their absolute best. 2 agents shot in Phoenix, Arizona, and literally no one cares. And the left celebrates this. All right, they've never been the party of empathy. They've always just worshipped Satan on the down low. People are telling me, Nux, maybe they don't directly worship Satan. I got so many people saying that. They do. Satan's biggest trick is convincing you he doesn't exist. So he's successfully tricked all of them to worship him without them even knowing that they exist. I mean, what are we talking about? They take the 10 commandments and they use them like guidelines, all right? They murder their parents when they get too old. They abort their babies. They they do all the things. They don't believe in God. They worship false idols. All right, it's unbelievable. It's quite literally all the things. So anyway, super important to understand what we're doing here.
DHS says federal agents have arrested some 4,000 illegal aliens in Minnesota since the launch of Operation Metro Surge late last year. And on removing the worst of the worst from America's neighborhoods, that remains the focus. DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin tells Fox that murderers, pedophiles, rapists, gang members, and terrorists are among the illegals so far they've arrested.
So they've already removed 4,000 plus people, specifically in Minnesota. The place that's protesting, they think they're winning. They're like, guys, we're winning. Yeah, you're really not winning. Operation Somali Surge, get them out. When will he start arresting politicians? The wheel of justice moves slowly, unfortunately. I personally would Delta Force them. That's my opinion. If there would be a politician like giving a speech being like, we need to fight against the illegal aliens, we need to protect them from the officers. I think that before the speech finishes, we should have Delta Force popping in and grabbing that motherfucker on air. On air! 30 minutes, bam! That's my opinion. Now, a lot of people might disagree with me. They might say it's unconstitutional. I say that they're a traitor to the United States, and they should feel that way. Anywho, speaking of traitors to the United States, this is a very, very famous individual. This is I Am Antifa over here. He does his absolute best to incite violence against police officers. We are actually getting the retards, all right? This dude has a degree in Quality Leering Center, and he's gone now. It's over. It's over. We are actually going after terrorists, which is amazing, right? Because I personally think that every single illegal alien has to go, but I also think that everyone's inciting violence against police officers or ICE officers or obstructing justice also has to go. And that includes Trans-Tifa retard over here, all right? Inciting terrorism. Get him out of here. For those of you that are not aware, is this guy.
My name is Kyle, I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out.
You're in jail.
They fucked up, okay? Go watch my other videos, doesn't matter if you're not here and you're not caught up, you missed the fucking fight. But if you are, it's time to suit up. Boots on the ground, Nicollet and fucking 26th. My house is 4 blocks away. Anywhere between Franklin and Nicollet and 26th and Nicollet, show up, ready to go. Okay, not talking about peaceful protests anymore. We're not talking about having polite conversations anymore. I am talking specifically to my fucking followers. This is everything I have fucking talked about, and this is exactly what I said was gonna happen. This is exactly what I said was gonna fucking come when we didn't fucking go and march on fucking Whipple with guns. Sorry, but...
Right, so bro is obviously crashing out that retards committed suicide by cop. Nux, are you gonna apologize to Alex Pretty? For what? We'll pull a Vance out. What are we doing?
Welcome to America 2026, where Second Amendment is the only thing that's going to keep you fucking protected from literal fucking Nazi gunmen that are killing innocent people in the street with impunity. This is not a fucking joke. There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your fucking guns.
Oh, sorry, there's nothing fun to chant about it? Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, pedo protector, goodbye. It's a rough day. It's a rough day to be part of a terrorist organization protecting pedophiles. It's honestly, it's tragic stuff. It's unbelievable. Tragic things. So anyway, now this dude's arrested. He's arrested for terrorism charges. Absolute W. I'm sure that some woke judge will probably try to let him off without bail. But this'll happen. This'll happen. I love how this dude, he censors the word fuck in his post, but he literally tells his audience to murder ICE officers. It's pretty incredible. So anyway, there's a lot of justice being served these days. Colin DeMarco arrested in Maryland for plot to kill top Trump official Russ Vought. So we're going after the terrorists now too. Amazing. Elizabeth Rose, self-described relationship anarchist. was arrested after reportedly ramming her car into federal agents' vehicles. Like, dog, these peaceful protesters are fucking terrorists and they need to go. They need to go. They all need to go. All of them. Every single one of them. They need to go to jail. You obstruct justice, jail. You incite violence, jail. You threaten a police officer or an official, whatever, jail. This is my stance. It always has been. Law and order needs to prevail, and I don't care about the crying, because I see so many people saying, but Trump isn't doing it the right way. No, he's triggering the libs. I don't fucking care, you gay jail. No, I'm kidding. But no, the reality is, we got to get these guys out of here. We got to get them out of here. I'm sorry. The way reality works is, you get them before they get you. All right? We can't play these games. I don't care. Oh, but it'll offend people. So let them fucking cry. Okay? I can't stand retards. It's unbelievable. So Prince George, I see some people on the right doing this too. And it's so frustrating. It's like, right-wing people that support what President Trump is actually doing, that are like, but he's doing it in a way that offends people. I don't fucking care. Anyone that gets offended, that wants to do something illegal, could get thrown in the hole too. I don't care. I'm so, like, over this making believe I'm supposed to care about this shit. All right? These people want to destroy our country. Do you understand? They're defending rapists and pedophiles and giving them voting rights in a country to steal it. Okay? They are coming to steal our country and kill us. All right? I don't give a fuck. What you think libtard Karen that wrote death threats is going to be a positive Trump voter in the next election? What are we even talking about? You want a pussy president? Get out of here. Put them away. Put them all away. Every one of them. Prince George County spent $43,000 on a 3-night hotel stay during a snowstorm to film this. All right, so this is what your tax dollars are paying for.
Prince George's County, there's only one place you should be during Winter Storm Fern.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the left is fighting back. The left is fighting back. As you can see, there's a lot of diversity going on over here. So the left is fighting back. We're so cooked. We're so done. I don't know how we'll survive this. So the left, while making believe Trump is protecting pedophiles, when the reality is Trump is deporting pedophiles, the left is also calling Trump a racist, even though they are actually the racists. Now, I showed this clip before, but it's just so good.
Yeah, families should be ripped apart. That's kind of our energy. Like, we should rip people apart from their families.
Are you a man? Are you a man? First of all, incredible stuff. This is my favorite ICE agent of all time.
Wow. Wow, is that a question?
Wow.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. How do you feel about ripping people from their families? Does that feel good?
Fucking house. And then in the background, you heard them call him a house N-word. Unbelievable, bro. That's a crazy slur. Insane slur from a woke leftist, right? These are the people that they're supposed to be loving and wholesome and like, words are offensive. Words are violence, right? So yeah, so these guys, they called him a house N-word, all right? So that's pretty insane. But anyway, here's another example of leftists being racist. All right, so here's a Mexican dude with a cup of coffee, and a woke libtard thought he was an ICE agent, so slapped the coffee out of his hand. Isn't that nice? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? I love when leftists are racist. It's incredible because they make believe that they're the good guys. It's amazing. All right, here's another instance. The reason why I'm showing this to you is because this just happened now. This is a new one. Bye. They got another one. Call the pedo protectors. Call the left. There's a pedophile to protect.
Hoes! You some fucking hoes! And you're black! What?
You're black! You're black! Why are you there? Why are you on that side? You're black! They're literally convinced that it's white supremacy to want to deport pedophiles. Like, this is the level of leftist retardation, all right? They think that you need to be a white supremacist if you don't want pedophiles in your country.
What? You're next!
And then they called him the N-word. N-word, you're next. Bro, it's just leftists being racist compilation. It's incredible. And this all happens in like one day.
You're next! What you? What's your fucking mouth? I don't want shit! Fuck you! It's a shit! Fuck!
Yeah, and it's a white guy, of course. A white woman. This is incredible. Idiot fatigue is amazing.
You! Show me, bitch! Fuck!
Yeah, so, the masks are off, all right? And the most amazing thing is, and this is the funniest part, I bet she's fat. Yeah, of course she's fat. Look at her arm. Dude, leftist women are fat. It's just a thing. It's a thing. You're probably wondering, why are leftist women fat? Well, it's because they're lonely, they're depressed, they have no husband to take care of them, they have no man that they're trying to honestly make. They're not trying to make any man's life better. They don't live for other people. They purely live for themselves. They're a narcissistic black hole, and therefore they're fat, depressed, alone, miserable, and have no child that they want to take care of. So the internet becomes their child. So they decide to film themselves to, that's why they're always so needy online, because they make believe that their internet viewers are their child that doesn't exist because they killed their child already. So then they're going to talk to them with their bird hands, making believe that they're going to teach and condescend to you, the viewer, instead. Instead of having empathy to child, because they murdered their child, they're too busy having empathy for retards instead. They decided to have empathy for pedophiles that are imported into our country by other pedophiles. Those are the guys that they're running defense for constantly. And everything else doesn't really matter. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? That's my psychoanalysis here. So anyway, Donald Trump has also been a bit racist, and everyone's losing their mind. So Donald Trump posted this on Truth Social. It's a whole AI video, but this clip specifically is absolutely fucking diabolical. All right, and the left is losing their... Yeah, Trump posted this. And, left is losing their mind. Look what this racist-ass pedo president posted. Shit, he's... once again, they got nothing on him, so they have to call him racist and a pedophile. Governor Newsom, disgusting behavior for the president. Every single Republican must denounce this. Now! Now they must denounce it! Denounce it! And everyone's talking about this now. It's amazing. Now, let me make something clear. First of all, this is very offensive, and I do want to say that I actually personally... I do condemn this. It's deeply offensive to monkeys, because monkeys don't destroy America. The Obama's dead. So therefore, I would not personally offend monkeys to this degree. I think it's horrible, and honestly, I would not have gone this far. Now, the reality is, and I think this is important to note, I don't fucking care. I literally don't fucking care. I don't care. No, Trump needs to apologize. Every single leftist, you guys should kill ICE agents. Donald Trump posts a meme. No, he posted a meme. Someone kill him. Yeah, anyway, so that's the left every time. It's unbelievable. These guys have zero values whatsoever. So anyway, now that I'm showing you how the left is fighting back. So the left fights back in multiple ways. First they do this. All right, they try to sing Kumbaya. It's very important. All right. Then the left tries to be racist to ICE agents. That's their next strategy. All right. The third strategy is calling Trump a racist, which, that's definitely going to work. Now, here's the fourth strategy. Protesting by showing up in a Target and sitting on the floor. Yep. Yeah, and you will notice, if you're an analyst, you will notice they are all fat women. You'll notice, because my analysis is once again correct. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, it's helping. It's like ICE is deporting rapists. So obviously all the pedo protectors had to get together and sit in a little circle singing Kumbaya in the middle of Target just to annoy people, I guess. So yeah, anyway, don't worry, because it's not just in Targets, it's in woke churches as well. Yeah, it's truly diabolical. Whenever I see a woke church or like a woke rabbi or one of these guys, it always just makes me cry inside, because these people are worshiping the other guy. They're not worshiping the right guy.
Our neighbors in, I'm gonna de-ice our neighborhoods. Invite our neighbors in, I'm gonna de-ice our neighborhoods.
Yo, this is the pastor, by the way.
Invite our neighbors in, we're gonna heal this world.
Yeah, anyway, that's fucked up. This is crazy, bro. I saw it, so now you have to. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, no, these people, they just hate God. It's unbelievable. They hate God, and they are not living in reality, and it's evil. It actually is evil. Oh my God. Hat Grok, is this a Lutheran church? Nope. It's a Methodist church. Yeah, there's retards of all shapes and sizes these days, it seems. No, these are heretics. These are, again, look, people tell me, they show me Candace Owens clip and whatever, but in my opinion, this is the synagogue of Satan. Anyway, moving on. Kamala Harris also tried to fight back, right? So they're fighting back in the churches with songs. They're fighting back in Target with songs. Between killing ICE agents, they're making songs. Kamala Harris, however, is changing the game. So there she is, dressed like the Joker. By the way, a lot of people don't know this, but those churches, the woke churches, they don't even believe in God. That's a real thing, by the way. I was shocked. I was actually on a plane. All right, this is totally random. I was on a plane near a woke pastor guy, actually. And I was talking to him, obviously, because I have to ask always. I have to annoy these people. It's super important. Like, the first thing I always say is like, so what's your thoughts on the idea that the Bible calls gay people an abomination? And then, you see where it goes from there. And then they hit you with, well, God is just a collection of positive ideas. And I was like, yep, you're a heretic. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, so anywho, so Kamala Harris, we call her the woke joker. She showed up and she decided this is how they are going to fight back against Donald Trump.
Madam Vice President, what's going on with Kamala HQ?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. I have good news.
She has good news, guys.
Kamala HQ is turning into headquarters.
All right, they're renaming the Twitter account Kamala HQ to just HQ.
It's where you can go online to get basically the latest of what's going on, and also to meet and revisit with some of our great, courageous leaders, be they elected leaders, community
and a podcast. So this is basically how she's trying to this is how she's trying to win the 2028 election. For those of you that are unaware, she is actually running again. She is trying again. This is incredible news, by the way. This is unbelievable. I love that the leftoids are like, their whole thing is Trump bad, but like their actual politicians are like such ass. It's incredible. So this is them. They're reaching out to the kids. Podcast and an account. And an account called Headquarters. Headquarters. This is the account. It's called Headquarters. Now, the pretty awesome stuff is, they called it Headquarters 67. Get it? 67! 67! Do you get it, guys? 67? Do you get it? Oh my god. Oh my god, she did the thing. Everyone's gonna vote for her now. The woker is actually gonna win this time. Because they put 6-7 in the handle. It's for the youths. Now, you wanna know the funniest thing? Like, leftists melting down over leftists is my favorite thing. It's actually two retards fighting. It's incredible stuff. CNN called her cringe.
By the way, the handle they're using, you can see there, we're zooming in on it, at headquarters_67. 67, as the kids used to say. Well, used to say a lot of things. And I think they also used to say, that's probably cringe.
CNN called her cringe. I absolutely love it. Like, because these guys are pathetic. They're like, actually, their entire policy is let's not deport the rapists from the country. Like, this is the craziest thing in the world. Like, that's their policy. So they can't talk about their policy because that's insanity. So if you look at the presidential polls for the leftoids, it's the greatest thing ever. It's literally the greatest thing ever. Harris at 34%. They're going to run her again. They're gonna run her again. This is amazing. She did historically the worst campaign in the history of the country, bro. They're actually gonna try to run her again. They are so cooked. Newsom in second place at 20%. This dude destroyed California. Destroyed California. Shapiro at 10%. This is Josh Shapiro. He's probably the best of the people on their actual list. But he's Jewish, so they can't run him because they have to pander to the radical Gaza retards. By the way, that's why they didn't put Shapiro as the vice president seat. During when Kamala was running for president, they ended up taking Tim Walz over Shapiro because Shapiro's too Jewish. I told you, the leftists, they're all the things. They're the racists, they're the anti-Semites. It's honestly incredible. All right, then you have butt sex over here. You have AOC at 7%. That's pretty great. And then no one even knows these people. Like, it's honestly incredible. Like, these guys are so cooked. They are so, look at this poll. All right, 2,000 likes, 6 million views. It's the greatest thing ever. Like, they're trying so hard to fight back, but it's not working. The Dems are adorable. Their new talking point is Trump was mentioned 38,000 times in the Epstein files. Yeah, you morons. Because Epstein and the Dems were emailing each other all day about how they must destroy Trump. Epstein was a Democrat puppeteer. It's been totally and utterly exposed. It's so over. It's so over. And they're trying so hard. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. Now, the left is obviously trying all sorts of strategies. This is AOC. Her new strategy is showing her nipples.
Baptist Church of Corona on its 100th anniversary. First Baptist is a bedrock of Corona Queens. It provides a food pantry, tax preparation, summer youth employment, and
yeah, no one was listening. So that was her new strategy. By the way, this is new. I don't know. I guess she felt like she needed to try something different. She saw Kamala with the 6'7", and she immediately had to show her nipples to the Congress. So this is crazy, dude. This is crazy. It's crazy. This keeps happening. It's unbelievable. Yeah, she's about to hit the wall, so she's trying to make the most of her nipples. Now, meanwhile, CNN blasting Democrats is I can't believe we're living in a timeline where CNN is blasting Democrats more than the Republicans, and not that they're right-wing. They're left-wing. They're clearly left-wing. They're blasting Democrats for not doing enough against Trump. So this is Mayor Frey, the guy that, in my opinion, was leading an insurrection against the government. I think he should be in jail for at least 10 years. Now he's on CNN, and they destroy him.
It is worth noting that during the Obama years, the Hennepin County Jail actually had a policy where they let an ICE agent keep an office there and allowed them to talk to immigrants. So the policy has clearly been, under a Democratic president, what now the Trump administration is asking for. I mean, big picture, do you think it's good policy for the jails to follow an ICE detainer and hand someone over if they've committed a crime? And again, this only happens after they've served.
Like, you have to understand what this question is and what the left is fighting for, because it's always important to boil this down, because they use a lot of like buzzwords in order to get the retards to think that they're fighting for something moral. But I'll explain to you what they're actually fighting for. They're saying, if there's an illegal alien that comes into our country and rapes a whole lot of kids, all right, and then they arrest that guy because, I mean, woke judges would release you after raping one kid, but after raping a whole lot of kids, they'll probably keep you in jail. So then they keep you in jail, all right? So they put you in jail after this happens, all right? So that's the illegal migrant, raped a lot of kids, now he's in jail, all right? Classic stuff. They still don't want to deport him. They still don't want to deport that guy. They want our tax dollars to fund that guy in jail. That's the guy they're currently trying to defend. I'm telling you, the leftist narrative is we have to defend the pedophiles. We need as many of them in our country as we possibly can. I'm just trying to put this into perspective because there's no other way to say this, all right? They try to dance around it, but that is what they're saying. They want our tax dollars to fund rapists in our prisons that shouldn't even be in our country. Okay.
Their time, for whatever crime they may have committed against the people of Minnesota.
I mean, look, you're asking all the right questions here.
You make such a good point, CNN.
And while I don't have full expertise in how the operations at the jail are conducted, again, that's not our jurisdiction. What I would say is that there are mechanisms to do this lawfully.
It's all lawful. It is literally all lawful. And also, you are the mayor. CNN grills Jacob Frey for cooperating with ICE during Obama, but refusing to do so under Trump. It's so weird. It's so weird. Dude, CNN is turning on these guys. They're so cooked. It's like, it's actually so over. In fact, the level of over is reaching astronomical heights because you know what? I'll save this for another time because that's just, it's too big. I can't break that now. So now, the No Kings financials were finally released. Let's look at the people that financed the No Kings protests. All right, because obviously that was another leftist strategy to fight back. Arabella, 79 million. Warren Buffett, 16 million. Ford, 51 million. Rockefeller, good friend of Epstein, by the way, 26 million. Soros, 72 million. Tides, 45 million. So let's try to understand this. The No Kings financials were literally, the No Kings riots were literally funded by oligarchs. The oligarchy was funding the No Kings protests. And it's the classic. Soros, obviously. It's all the classic. It's all the retards. It's the Epstein special. It's unbelievable. Now, of course, we know where our taxpayer dollars are going. All right? We know that these guys are funding riots, and our tax dollars are funding snow removal in New York City. Let's see how Mayor Mamdani's been doing. All right, so this is how he combats ICE. All right, so they pick up a little bit. And they go into the middle of the street, and
He's just dumping it in the fucking bus lane.
Yeah. Yeah, ICE destroyed. Huge W. All right. Go back. Yeah, a little more snow. It's working. It's working. Zoran Mamdani is saving New York one ice at a time. And yeah,
This is crazy.
Yep. New Yorkistan at its finest. Yep, at its finest. It's working, guys. They're making it better. They're fixing the country. We're paying them with our tax dollars, by the way.
I kind of want to get down there and give it a go.
Yeah, true. That looks fun as fuck. But yeah, so yeah, the reality is,
You're just dumping it in the street.
yeah, so that's Zoran Mamdani's New York City, ladies and gentlemen. They got their smartest agents on the job. They only came from 1,300 years of inbreeding, as opposed to the real intelligent ones, which are from 1,400 years of inbreeding. So anyway, let's look at the other way that they're fighting against ICE. Dude, I wanted this entire video to be Trump is winning, we're deporting retards, all right? And this is how the left copes, all right? So, indoctrinating the children. But you mean to tell me that the left is the pedo groomer party? That's crazy. They're literally teaching them to be retards. There is a 40% literacy rate from these schools, and they're teaching them to be insurrectionists? Yeah, this is insane, by the way. Our taxpayer dollars are funding people that are grooming kids into this NPC brain rot. This is the craziest, and this is in Boston. This is the craziest shit in the universe. This is an individual whose name I will not pronounce because she's Nigerian, and Nigerian, names aren't pronounceable by English people, which is why they probably shouldn't ever come into our country. Who was appointed to be you might think that's racist, but it's not. It's logical. Why would we put people in our country if we can't pronounce their names? I'm sorry, man. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, Nux, how could you say?" No, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Who was appointed to the state executive committee, and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer pled guilty to stealing $1 million through an early childhood education nonprofit. Every single one. It's all of them, bro. It's all of them. It's all of them, bro. It's all of them. It's not all of them. It's not all of them. But it's a lot of them. Democrat Representative Ayanna Pressley went from a negative net worth to $8 million since getting elected to Congress. She now has 5 rental properties, including one in Martha's Vineyard, generating $350,000 annually from rent.
Swelled from $12,000 in 2019 to as
Fun
much.
fact, her husband is serving 10 years in prison for drug trafficking. I thought I should mention that.
Did you make all this income from the rental property?
Sir, I submit a financial disclosure, just like everybody else.
Dog, why are they bald? They're either bald or they're fat or they have nose. Like, these are miserable people.
There's nothing to see here. Thank you.
Is it appropriate for members
Nothing to see here. I just became infinitely rich over the last couple of years.
to make so much money when they're in office? Should there be rules there? Financial disclosure reports show that the wealth of Pressley and her husband Conan Harris swelled from $12,000 in 2019 to as much as $8 million.
Literally, how? How? We need to start arresting these people. Like, these people need to go.
Rental properties earn them up to $350,000 annually. Presley once advocated to suspend rent during the pandemic. She pushed policies for struggling homeowners.
These little to no cost bills help people remain housed.
Yeah, and they're all giant pro-COVID retards, obviously. They run with the narrative and they make infinite money. It's pretty weird how this keeps happening. Speaking of COVID, I thought this was a super incredible report that we needed to talk about. Because remember how I said that everything's fraud? Everything on the left is fraud these days? What if I told you that they found a Chinese-owned COVID biolab in California?
New at 2, we're half past the hour, a possible biological lab inside a Las Vegas home. Now,
oh, my bad. In Las Vegas.
Under investigation, a federal investigation. Agents seizing vials of unknown liquids and probing a potential link to a Chinese national accused of running a similar lab in California that held deadly pathogens. Our senior national correspondent William Lajeunesse is reporting live on this out of Los Angeles for us. Hello, William.
Well, Sandra, 2 amazing things about this.
It came from bats. It came from bats. Did you not get the news? Bats, they fucked each other, and then bam, COVID happened. Did you not hear the news?
Story 1, the man who owns that Vegas lab, he's a Chinese scientist linked to the CCP.
It's a coincidence.
Is and has been in jail the last 3 years.
It's a coincidence.
Secondly, the lab is not an FDA licensed facility.
It's
in a house.
Coincidence.
In Vegas, raided Saturday morning by the FBI.
Right, maybe he was making Chinese food. All right, guys, China was not involved with COVID. I was told. reliably told by Dr. Fauci and his army of Nazi scientists that should probably get a Nuremberg trial, that it was quite literally not involved with China. That's what I was told.
Pulling out boxes of what police believe are hazardous biological agents and pathogens normally found in a secure university or industrial lab with
weird.
airlocks designed to prevent an outbreak.
Weird.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, so anyways, that's pretty odd, right? I feel like that's pretty weird. It's like, it's all the lies of the last 4 years, well, 5 years, I guess, of the Biden administration, because we knew we were wading through lies. We were wading through it. We were swimming in lies. And little by little, we're realizing it's worse. It's even worse. It's even worse than we could have possibly imagined. All right, we got real reporters doing real journalism. So this guy went to Billie Eilish's home, because Billie Eilish is a retard who is retarded, professional degree in Leering Center, and she decided to say no one's illegal on stolen land. So we have people showing up to her house now.
First of all, isn't that ironic? Massive gates keeping people out. I thought Billie didn't believe in borders. Well, according to
that's weird.
The driveway, Billie does believe in borders. She believes in massive gates keeping people out.
That's so weird.
A couple of cameras up there as well. The lights are on, so somebody must be home. Let us in, please, Billie. We are here because this is stolen land, Billie.
Exactly.
And we think we should be given access to your quite lovely $3 million mansion.
It's not hers. It's the Tongfa tribes.
And such is Billie's concern for security and privacy. It's surrounded by pretty decent security fencing.
So weird, because it's on stolen land, which is why Israel needs to take the West Bank immediately, because, to be fair, that's also stolen land. I don't know if you got the memo. So anyway, Scott Bessent is currently in Congress, the financial secretary of the Trump administration, and I don't know how Trump did it. He literally gathered together, like, the actual fucking Avengers for, like, his squad, right? Vance approval rating is up ever since he said, so what? So what? Like, what should I apologize for? It's unbelievable. It's crazy.
Serious question and a serious issue for the financial services industry, especially as the Secretary of the Treasury. Well, that's an important. No, this is my time. I haven't asked you any more questions. I haven't asked you any more questions.
It's the gentleman from Massachusetts.
I'm trying to get to my next question. Could you speak a little louder? I can't hear you. Yeah. Okay.
Bro's just sitting there yelling and spitting all over him. Can you speak a little louder, sir?
I might.
Oh, good comeback. That's the leftist comeback. That's libtard wit at its finest. I might speak a little louder, Mr. Bessent. All right, well.
Mr. Secretary, let Mr. Lynch proceed with his
poor
time.
Guy.
Put 4 seconds back on the clock, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Lynch.
I just want to do a comparison.
And he started talking a lot nicer after that. It's pretty nice. It's pretty good. So, dude, literally everyone was getting humiliated by this guy.
Since the so-called Liberation Day tariffs of April 2025, has the PMI been mostly above 50 or below 50?
We just had the biggest increase in over a decade, and we are well above 50 now.
Has it been mostly above 50 since April 2025?
Again, long and variable lead times in manufacturing that you may represent.
Let me ask it differently.
Financial center, not
Since April 2025, for how many months has the PMI been below 50?
Where are we now?
I'll give you January went up.
These
what
guys
about
are crazy.
April to December?
They're trying
it was
so
below
hard.
50 for 9 consecutive months.
Where are we now?
So the score is 9-1. 9 months of manufacturing contraction versus 1 month of expansion.
I look forward to seeing you next year.
So one of the stated
Bro, that's how tariffs work.
One of the stated policy objectives.
He really thinks you call tariffs and then all of a sudden everything, like, what does he expect? Bro can't even give himself a straight hairline, all right? And he's sitting here roasting people for, like, what is even the argument? Like, literally, what is even the argument? It's 9-1 because it's been getting consecutively better every month and now it's good. Huh? So anyway, it gets better. Don't worry. Like, this dude he's literally slaughtering these people in Congress.
Claiming my time. Was a mass unfettered immigration.
Mr. Chair, will you
let
let
in
him
between
know
10
that
and
when I
20
asked
million
him
immigrants.
Time does
took
belong
up
to
the housing
the woman
stock.
from California.
10 and 20 million.
Dude, how are we voting these people in?
Immigrants.
Can you
took
shut
up the
up?
housing.
Can you shut up? Says the fucking hag. Bro, they got a ghoul from Fallout to debate this guy.
housing stock of working Americans, and can you maintain some level of dignity?
Gentleman's time is
Can you maintain dignity, please? Stop eating children. All right, do not eat children, please.
expired.
No, my time has not expired.
Your time has expired.
And then they shut her up.
The gentleman.
The gentleman took up my time.
No, he's answering my questions and taking my time.
I think you should recognize that, Mr. Chair.
Mr.
The
Chair.
gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman's time has
Well,
expired.
if you want to,
Parliamentary.
if you want to protect him,
The chair
Look at her.
recognizes the vice chairman.
But did you not understand? The rules of Congress don't apply when a black woman is speaking. What are we even doing?
Chair.
if you want to
Parliamentary inquiry.
go right ahead, but I would not expect you to do that.
Okay. Anyway, Anyway, dude, this is incredible. These people are so pathetic, it's crazy. And he's just straight up been killing these people. It's great. I'm watching murders on the timeline. Senator Warren is doing her best too. They're all trying.
Senator, it may be a bit nuanced for you, but what President Trump is referring to is the media saying that the affordability crisis was generated by this administration when it was you and President Biden who destroyed the buying power of the American people. So
First of all, straight facts, 100% true. In fact, the housing market actually went down a little bit recently. A lot of people are unaware. It actually got a little bit better. So literally straight facts.
there is an affordability crisis, and you were front and center in it.
Oh, by the way, can I tell you something? This is going to blow your mind. You're probably not going to understand this because this is hardcore economics. I'm sure that a lot of people that watch my YouTube videos, you're probably not like hardcore, like into econ and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to break this down for you in like a way that, you know, anyone could understand. If there's 30 million illegal people in this country that need houses, then houses get more expensive. All right? I'm sorry to be blunt here, but if you import 30 million illegals, then the supply goes down and the demand goes up and everything is expensive. So what I'm trying to tell you is, all right, deporting 30 million illegals would make the economy better. It would give us better jobs. It would give us cheaper housing. And when a Jew speaks economics, you sit your goy ass down and listen. Get these motherfuckers out of here. We gotta get these guys out of here. All right, it's unbelievable. They're pathetic. Like, you've got to stop. And these people, I don't understand. Housing market. They're literally bringing in all the retards. They're bringing in all the retards.
So let me make sure that.
Also, I'll tell you in a minute.
I understand. Donald Trump is not saying that affordability, what's happening to families right now, is a hoax.
He is saying that trying to lay the blame at this administration rather than the Biden-Warren economy is a hoax.
Okay, so.
Yeah, and he's totally right about this. So yeah, Democrats, they're doing their best. They're trying to make Trump look bad in the Senate and in the Congress, and it really doesn't work. They're trying to make him bad and look bad in preschools, getting kids to do their own little protesting, and it doesn't work. Kamala's trying to get the kids. I mean, leftists like getting kids. What can I say? It's just something about leftists and kids. They just really like kids, I've noticed. All right, groom them young. I mean, if you think about it, they abort their babies. They castrate themselves. All right, they don't get married. How do they introduce the next generation to leftist ideology? Well, they have to groom them, obviously. They're vampires. They have to do it vampirically. So, they got put 6, 7 in the handle, and this is obviously working. Everyone's going to freak out, call Trump a pedophile another 30,000 times because he was mentioned in the Epstein files by people that were trying to prevent him from getting elected. Quite literally, I have never seen meltdowns this bad in my entire life. It's honestly incredible. Never forget what is happening to this country. Never forget the actual statistics that 20% of crime decreased, of homicides decreased last year. Never forget that it is an unbelievable W that these people are leaving. 2,085 pages of these retards. 25,000 pedophiles, rapists, and murderers getting deported. All right? Got deported. All right? And never forget that these are the people that the left is trying to protect. Now, they'll never talk policy because policy doesn't matter. It's just Trump bad. They never actually talk about why they want these people in the country. Aside from the generic buzzwords of, you're removing our neighbors. Quite literally, your neighbors have to go. I'm sorry. Only the narrative matters. Only the messaging matters. I call ICE agents N-words. Maybe that'll help. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for being here. This was my deep dive analysis on retards fighting back. It's so over. They're literally so over. We got the president of the United States citing crime statistics. Oh my, I love crime statistics. I love crime statistics. They're my favorite thing. Did you know that 13% of the ninjas throw about 50% of the shuriken? I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.